Hello, everybody. How are we doing? I'm Ava. For those of you who don't know me, this is our channel. I am today sitting by a lovely lake to bring all of us a message from the full moon, for the full moon. Tonight's the full moon. And I even had my braids undone so I could feel the wind. So don't mind my wild, crazy hair in this video, please. I hope you don't. I'll try not to. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle of Tarot has for us today. What the full moon High Priestess has for us. So a lot of self-knowledge, studying the depths of self. For some, in hiding. Learning to defend your values, your worth, what you stand for. Queen of Pentacles. Defending your assets, learning to defend what you conquered, what you worked for. Your abundance, your time, your energy, your love. The Devil. So here we start talking about desire, ambition, carnality. Let's see what else we have. 10 of Cups. Happiness on the way. Page of Wands. The Magician. On the back of the deck, I have the 5 of Swords, 8 of Cups, King of Cups. So it seems a lot of us have been working on ourselves in very deep ways, learning how to, for some, learning how to defend your morals, your values, your worth, your resources, your knowledge, your wisdom, your time, your energy, your affection. And for others, learning how to transmute defensiveness into the righteous, the rightly timed, the proper use of defense in that sense, right? Defending, standing up for yourself, defending your value, defending where you're worth, defending what you work for. And what you work for has reached a level of abundance, a level of stability, a level of comfort. And it might not be earthly in the sense of carnal, but it might be a place, for some of us, is a place within ourselves that we have managed to build and work on. A place of refuge, a place of safety. But for many people, it's also physical, financial, material stability. So a home, money, a good job, a nice savings account. So learning how to use your knowledge, your wisdom of self and life to defend what you work for, to defend your assets, whatever they may be. But in the middle of the reading, we have here the Devil. The Devil represents carnality, ambition. It represents chains that bound us, that might bind us to things we have the ability to break free from. So it is from a place of wisdom and a place of safety and abundance that some of us are exploring, or carnality or ambition. Carnality talks about desire, fire, lust, tactile sensation, pleasures of the flesh, eating, sleeping, dancing. I like the devil card a lot because to me the devil card talks about how important it is to be present in your body, how important it is to be physically present and connected to the flesh. In many religious traditions, the flesh, the earthly aspect of life is condemned, is seen as dirty, as impure, as inferior, as binding. But in paganism, which is just the knowledge of the people, the common knowledge of the folk, the knowledge of the people of the land, which is ancestral knowledge. The flesh is precious. The flesh is our guide. The flesh, it is in the body that we feel, is in the body that we live, is in the body that we are afraid. And our lives in this planet have developed from the material perspective, right? Our material needs, our physical needs, eating, sleeping, and the pleasures that we can get while we fulfill the needs of the flesh. And today in the modern world, there's a lot of talk about taking care of yourself and being healthy, not being a couch potato, getting your ass moving and doing exercise and eating well and sleeping well and all of that. And everybody kind of knows what they have to do to be healthy, to be to make your body happy, to make your flesh happy. But doing it is a whole other business, and that's the hard part. But I find it harder than taking care of your flesh and honoring it is to be present with it and to honor its... We have talked here in other videos about the flame of life, right? And how we protect this fire in our bellies. We protect this force of life, this fire that drives and motivates and I think it's the Bridget card in the other deck that talks about honoring your fire, and when in doubt, look at the body. So the flesh is our guide. When you don't know, look at the body. Be present in the body, feel the body. What do I feel in my body? So like that, we can start naming where we are and what we feel. Are we afraid? Are we in need? Is some basic need not being met? And then take it from there. If the basic needs are being met, you're fed, you're warm, you can sleep with certain quality to be functional, then what about this fire? Where does this fire drives me? Where does this fire takes me? And it is following this inner fire and this inner wisdom of recognizing that fire and keeping that fire, right? Here we have the Queen of Pentacles. It's not the Queen of Wands, which is the element of fire. But the way I see it, the Pentacles also talks about the home, and the home is the hearth. So Our fire is also one of our resources. I would say it's our most precious one. Learning how to follow the flesh will bring us to absolute happiness. And I even second guess my word choice here, because absolute happiness, does that exist? I believe there are moments of absolute happiness. And this is what the message is telling us today. This is what the cards are telling us today, what the oracle is, telling us today, is that when we work our deepest depths, our inner wisdom, our self-knowledge, to the point of becoming experts of ourselves, that we can defend and stand our ground to protect what we have, what we work for, what we have come to understand how to value. Because resources, when we think pentacles and gold, like a golden coin, you think money, you think a good job, you think a good home, and all of this is pentacles. But also Pentacles talks about resources, and there's lots of resources of humankind that go unnamed or unnoticed in the modern day. Your energy, your time, your affection, where you put your thoughts, what you feed, in your head, what you feed in your heart, what you do with your movement in the world, where you spend your there's only 27 hours, there's only 24 hours a day. I was thinking 24/7. Okay, there's only 24 hours in the day, 7 days in a week, and more or less 4 weeks each moon cycle. And we only got so much time, and we all get to choose. There's the song from Olivia Dean that I love, it's called Time, and she talks about that, right? It's up to me to choose how I spend my time. And those resources are the most precious ones, because money and apartments and jobs, you can always, money, they make more of it every day and comes and goes. But all social commentary aside, but our time, you spend 2 hours watching a bad movie, you're never going to get those hours back. But it's just a movie. What about the time we spend investing in people and in projects and in ideas that are either not fruitful or just plain damaging? But then we come back to the earth, we come back to the fire, we come back to the body. Where's my fire driving me? Where does my fire want to take me? If I follow it, I might find incredible, I won't say absolute, but incredible plenitude and happiness. Plenitude, plentiful, something like that. And then here we have the Page of Wands, which suggests that, in this path of the body and of the flesh, we are learning how to defend our values and stand our ground, but we are also learning about action and learning about what is our duty in the world, what is our action in the world, where are we, what makes us happy, doing what, moving in what way, in what direction. What do I do that makes me happy? What do I do that lights my fire? What do I do that makes me feel like I'm an apprentice of doing? There are things we have done our whole lives that is just automatic pilot. But then you learn a new thing and you feel like this, you feel alive, And then through this path of the flesh and of the passion and the motivation of nurturing this fire, we can create the reality we want to have. We can manifest, bring into reality. Stone by stone, step by step. This is not about miracles. This is about, it can be for some people, but in general, this is about the process of little by little, stone by stone, brick by brick, grain by grain, every day, honoring passion, honoring fire, honoring this pathway of learning of how your fire moves in the world, how your action, how you can exist and move yourself in the world in a way that you're doing what you love and doing something that feeds your fire, not dampens it or destroys it. Then you can create, then we can create this reality we want to have. The reality we dream of. Oi. Very nice message. I'm gonna get one card from the Wild Sacred Feminine deck. Imagine if Bridget comes. She will be welcome, but whoever comes will be welcome. Maybe I will sing a song if something comes to me. Oh, doesn't want to stay. All right. Been meditating a lot about fire lately. Sacred fires burning, burning. Ooh, sacred fires lighting my way. We got 3 cards, too much. Sorry, I just want one, please, Oracle. Sacred fires burning, burning. I appreciate the patience of those who tolerate an uncut video. I like organic. Let's see. I will pick one then. Inanna, wholeness. Wow. Inanna. Wholeness. Before there was Persephone, there was Inanna. Let's see. Inanna. Inanna. This is the starting. Inanna. Inanna. Sacred fires burning, burning. Sorry about the siren. The fire in the water. Inanna. Wholeness. Shadow. Denial. I circle around God. I've been circling for thousands of years, and I still don't know. Am I a falcon, a storm, or a great song? Rainer Maria Rilke. The Sumerian goddess Inanna reigns supreme as queen of heaven and earth. For thousands of years, worshippers adorn her statues in lapis lazuli and praise her in sweeping grandeur as amazement of the land, light of the world, and loud thundering storm. As the great goddess who personifies the generative cosmic power that manifests in everything from abundant harvest and devastating floods to sexual love and starry brilliance, Inanna mirrors your own dynamic wholeness, day and night, life and death, virgin and seductress. She proclaims that you are all things and invites you on a journey to know thyself. Inanna medicine lives in her story, a daring tale in which she descends into darkness to visit her mourning sister, Erexhkigal, queen of the underworld. On her way to the great below, Inanna is stripped of robe and crown, pride and power, arriving naked and humbled. She is cursed and hung on a hook. After 3 days, the gods intervene, sending winged messengers who offer compassion to the mistress of death, and in return, Inanna is released to them. Once revived, Inanna recovers her regalia and divine powers. She returns home to complete this mythic ritual of reclamation and rebirth. Diving unafraid into the netherworld, Inanna faces terror, sacrifice, and death at the hands of her sister, who can be seen as Inanna's shadow self. Her story teaches that to fully inhabit your inherent wholeness, no aspect of yourself can be relegated to the shadow. Any fears, feelings, or desires you reject as undesirable move into the unconscious, where they can strip you of your sovereignty and sabotage your gifts. Instead, divest yourself of ego trappings and turn with compassion towards your shadow. Peer into the darkness, underground part of yourself to meet an ally that can contrast, balance, and even expand your radiance. Vast like the universe, you contain both mystery and majesty. Resurrect yourself in wholeness, says Inanna, knowing true power coalesces around the integration of dark and light. You know, fire keeps us warm, but it can burn. And the things of the flesh are to many, to most, I'd say, very challenging. They might look ugly. But the challenge is, like Inanna says, to integrate, not to cast away. Our shadows can reveal a lot about ourselves, and they only exist because there's fire burning. Without light, there can be no shadow. I hope this message was a full moon's gift to you. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, tell me what you think of Inanna, if you knew her or not, if this resonated with you. And I'll see you all soon. Happy full moon.